Welcome back, everybody. Today we're going to try and, I'm going to emphasize the word try, cook a meal. But today I've got a serious beef and I want to talk to you about it while I try and rectify my beef. All right. My advice to you is when you have an open flame, do not put your fingers next to the open flame. Tip number one. So what we have here is my little portable camping stove, portable rocket stove, if you want to call it that. I woke up today, had a little bit of a beef with the whole Christmas thing, the spirit, and you know, I know what it's supposed to represent. You don't need to lecture me on that. But nothing's open. And I was busy at work yesterday and didn't have opportunity to buy all the food products I needed to execute a day of longevity. But I was able to adapt, improvise, and hopefully I can overcome. What you see here on top, that is a, hopefully you can see that okay. Let me see. Bear with me one moment. I may drop the tripod. Bear with me. I realize we may not have the proper view to keep you all engaged or the proper host. All right. Oh, yeah, that's looking a lot better. Woo, even got a flame. Let me tell you the story about the flame. The flame took a while today. For a guy that pretends to practice all these fire starter techniques, I had a tough time today. One of the viewers recently told me that with this portable rock stove, it would help if I had the door open a little bit. But yeah, I mean, I did all that, but she's blazing now. But so let me get back to my beef. Nothing's open on Christmas, or hardly any. You might find a convenience store, and they don't have a whole lot of stuff. So today my my options are limited. So I'm going to show you what I'm going to do on the fly. Well, let this flame simmer down just a tad bit. But like I said, I woke up this morning, had a beef with the whole thing, nothing being open. What about us lonely people? Got nowhere to go, nothing to do. So I said, you know what? If life gives you lemons, you make lemonade. Right here I got ballpark beef franks and beef stew. So by golly, today's my day and I got a beef. All right, so what we're going to do here is, got my little pot here, not the cleanest thing in the world, but probably won't kill me. You know what they say, if it don't kill you, it just makes you stronger. So we're fixing to find out. All right, so we got a little bit of olive oil on the bottom. I'm going to cut open the ballpark franks. Try to keep my head on the swivel just a tad bit. Make sure nothing's sneaking up behind me. And I may run down here to the river later and chunk them up and feed them to the catfish. But I'm going to show you what we're going to do here with this beef stew. Never thought about this before, but there we go. Scissors for the win. Ballpark beef franks, best hot dogs you can get. All these people talk about Nathan's. I never really liked Nathan's hot dogs, to be honest with you. Never did anything for me. But these are gonna fight off the hunger pains so I don't have to get hangry on video. All right, so now we got the little hot diggity dogs on there. We're not going to introduce the stew yet. We're just going to try and get like a pre-sizzle. We call that around here a pre-swa sizzle. There's that. Here's my Pioneer Woman lid. And so now we're just going to give it a little weight. We're going to stir them up a little bit. We're going to add Mr. Dinty Moore beef stew. So I did go to Walgreens today. Walgreens is a drugstore if you're in a different part of the country. Whoops. All right, well, that ain't working too good. Here, let me do this. Hell yeah. Preheat the stew. Keep the lid on. Always thinking. That's how we do it here at Jailbait and Tackle Outdoors. So anyway, yeah, Walgreens is a drugstore. It's funny, when I first moved to Florida, I laughed so hard because all my life I always heard they tell you not to mix drugs and alcohol. Never mix drugs and alcohol. It's bad for you. But you can go to pretty much any Walgreens in the state of Florida and you can get your drugs and your alcohol one-stop shopping. So they were open today. So they had a little bit of food. So I did get my beef franks. I got some, they were out of hot dog rolls. I've got the little hamburger rolls. Got my beef stew. So it's going to be like a, I'm going to try something. We're calling it like a beef stew sandwich. Almost like a sloppy Joe. And then, oh, we're going to add one other ingredient that I've had laying around for a while. All three of these products have pop tops. This is mushroom steak sauce, so I'm going to mix that in with the beef stew. Hopefully it's not too liquidy. And we're going to try and eat and stay alive. So I think what I'm going to do now is see if this works. And apparently it's not looking like that's going to work. Well, maybe. All right, so we got that off. Hot dogs are doing the pre-sizzle swizzle. All right, now we're going to add, I'm going to go first with the, sorry, my head's cut off there. I'm standing up a little too tall. I'm going to add the mushroom steak sauce. There we go, just like that. I'm really happy with the flame. Boy, that was a battle when I started this process. Now we're going to stir it up just a little bit. All right. So I bought this riser. It wasn't part of the camping stove. I bought that at, where was I? Home Depot, I think I was. And I was trying to find something that if I had the pot directly on that grate, it could smother it. And so I said, you know, I got to come up with a riser. And that riser was like pretty much like a little electrical box. So we got this going on. I'm probably going to have to open the door, add a little wood to the camping stove thing. Probably can't see it, but off to the side here, I do have a little trash bag, trying to keep everything self-contained. But then I'm going to make my, put my Pioneer Woman lid on. maybe not. This door is tough. You really need to wear gloves when you're doing this. Let me see. Okay, there I got the door open. Another piece of wood going in. One of my favorite words on this channel, I almost said favorite, is flamage. And let me see what I got going on here. All right, got that closed. Another made-up word I like to use is Swad River. I have no idea what that is, where that came from, but pretty sure it came from me. Trying to find something heavy I can put up there. Hopefully the wind is subsided a little bit. We don't have to worry about it. Yeah, so we're going to let that go a little bit. What I might do is I've got this this tray. I had some bacon in yesterday. Matter of fact, I'm going to prep that. I'll probably do it as like an open face type sandwich with the stew on there. And see how that tastes. You know, sometimes you just got to make do with what you have. And trust me, I don't have much other than determination. So, I think I can get away with putting a chunk of wood on there without it burning, just to weigh it down. Look at this. Hopefully I put that off to the side so it doesn't obstruct the view. So here we are, trying to make things happen. Have you ever tried the Dinty Moore beef stew? I've tried it a couple times. I'm not going to say I've tried it a lot, but I've tried it a couple times, and it's not bad. It's pretty decent. And I never added the beef franks to it, but it's beef, and I got a beef today, so today's word is going to be beef. And anyway, so far I've had a really good day. The last 24 hours have been really good, really nice. Well, actually, the last 48 hours. I want to take this time to thank the cast and crew at the JJ Drones show for their display of kindness and humanitarian act that they did. That totally caught me off guard. So some of my close friends, I don't have a whole lot of money to go around, like it's almost non-existent, but I did have some things in mind for months now that I was going to do yesterday or today, and today I was able to, yesterday and today, I was able to execute some of those giving back gestures to some nice people. There's going to be a couple more things on the way to some nice friends in my inner circle. And I hate to draw a line who's inner and who's outer, but it's just, I wish I could gift everybody what I want to do. Couple specific people deserve rewards. So for the other people, there will be, there will be stuff coming in the future. I just can't say when. But here we are outdoors. It's the greatest feeling in the world. I'm in a private. It's almost like a campground. It's a boat ramp, but it has pavilions and fire pits, and there's a primitive campsite up there. I think they used to allow public camping here. They no longer do, so I guess they left everything in place. But here I am, the whole place to myself. So let me give this a stir because it sounds like it needs a stir. That's how we do it. Just flip it off. Not, you know, a one-finger salute flip off. But, all right, so we got that stirred just a tad bit. Got that back on. Got my, that's my big old chunks of hickory, in case you're wondering. Yeah, we're gonna try and make it happen. I've been so off the radar as far as sports, and every once in a while I'll pop on there and try and check a score of a football game the day before. And it looks like the Cowboys somehow squeaked out another win. Now with this 17-game season, they're resting at 7-8, I do believe, is their win-loss record. And I think they still have to play the Eagles and the Commanders, which is tough. So they would basically have to win 2 games to be above 500. But I saw enough earlier in the year to know that, you know, they got some issues. Everything I'm hearing in the media, Jerry's supporting the coach. I have my thoughts about a one-eyed defensive coordinator. Enough said there. You have to be able to see the field and make adjustments. You can't see half the field. Got to see it all, bro. Nice guy, though. Very nice guy. Very, very good family man. He's had some rough times in his life. Let's see what we got here. All right. So we got some Swaz Sizzle brewing going on. So we got her stirred up a little bit. I probably got you guys stirred up talking a little bit about them. Sorry, Cowboys. But let's see what we got here. Let's see what we got here, my friends. I'm going to try and drain off a little bit of the liquid. Try and drain off a little bit of the liquid here. Make it more like a meaty type thing. I'll put that back up there for a minute. Not the smartest recipe I've ever created, but we're going to give it a shot. We're going to taste it. I'm not going to lie, it actually tastes pretty good. When you get a chance, you get outdoors, make you a beef stew, Sammy, with some beef hot dogs. Pretty daggone good. I'm not gonna lie. All I need now would be like some cheese. Not bad. Paid more than I normally would when I'm frugal, but since my options were limited, went with what we had. So that's how we do it out here. Let me dunk it a little bit. Oh yeah. Yeah, be dunking it now. Slam dunk. All right. I think that's the end of the party, my friends. Let me clean up, fill up, belly up, and tap out. Yeah. Trying to make it one meal at a time. Y'all take care now.